Hey everybody, welcome. Thanks for joining me. We got Natural Ginger on stream right away. First off, smash the like button. Hi there, Melanie Sass, Burpees Outbreak, Catsy, Emmy 0508, Habitual Line Stepper, Juliana Colombo, Empress Beaded, Jen T, Jamie Katz, Carew, Bunny Melon Beach, Cherry Steal a Girl, Bestie, we got Snuffy here, Sassy's mom, Jazz, I don't know. Triple N? Jasmine. Okay, got it. Misunderstood. Hello there, Natural Ginger. You're live. What's up?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine.
That's great.
It's been some week. Or has it just been a week, or has it been just a few days?
Just a few days. It's Wednesday at about 4 a.m. She got off, like 3:34 a.m. is when she got yeeted from YouTube. Now she's been doing many things. A lot of things, such as now she's on TikTok. She started her Twitter. She's still on Patreon. I don't know where people thought she got yeeted off Patreon. Is it because they think just because FBRC made the complaint that automatically means she's gone? No, it doesn't. She's still there. I just looked right now. So there's a lot of things being said that needs a lot of clarification. She's still on Patreon. She still has her OnlyFans, and she's now on TikTok.
That's right. Yeah, I think that was just wishful thinking, actually, that she'd lost her Patreon. I don't think she will lose a Patreon. I can't see that happening. I think no, she won't. And I think she's not going to do much on OnlyFans.
If she knows better, she should do a lot on OnlyFans. I think that's where she should focus on, is that platform. Make it be her bread and butter, and then branch out from there. That's what I would do if I was a smart individual, knowing or having a good business acumen, to not branch out everywhere, because you're not only confusing your audience, you're also pissing them off, because nobody has that much money to just be shelling out like that.
She hasn't got good business acumen, though.
Yeah.
And she isn't thinking straight at the moment. She's like throwing things out and see what sticks to the wall.
Yeah.
In desperation. And when she's actually on these platforms, this OnlyFans and Patreon or whatever, she's not doing anything other than talking about how shit things are at the moment and how she's going to make things different from what she's actually doing at the time. There's no actual content. It's just like an extended conversation with
complaining, really.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It's ridiculous. So I don't know how long she can pull that off for. But you
I
know
don't
her,
think
she's been
not
getting away
long.
with rubbish content for ages, hasn't she?
Yeah, but this is different where it's a lot different if you're doing something that's free. It's totally different once people have to pay for that stuff. They start getting pissed off and they start wanting real content, which I think is what's going to happen. A lot of people have alluded to this that after a while, people are going to stop paying because people don't want to pay for stupid shit, which is all the complaining, regurgitating information that you have a lawyer, you're getting a lawyer, the case is back on. No one wants to keep hearing that over and over and over again.
Hmm. That's true. It is, and it's like it's boring, isn't it? It's like the same old thing. It's like, oh, anyway. So I think, as much as I know,
Yeah, and the whole Twitter
TikTok's not
thing.
going to work.
Yeah,
Yeah, Oh, the Twitter thing. I mean, woohoo, wee. And the TikTok thing. Did you see? Oh, we played it, didn't we? It was just her sat there, like.
yeah, yeah. It wasn't much. It has copyrighted music. That's why I didn't put the music on. But I guess if she thinks that's gonna work, well, she should have started TikTok a long time ago. You can't just stay on YouTube when people are telling you need to start other platforms in case you get off of YouTube. Then you're gonna be screwed. She wanted to be lazy and not do it. Now look what happens.
Uh huh. She's really hoping to get her channel back. And as the days go by, I'm thinking, and all this information that we're getting out, from actual YouTube itself, that it's given to other creators in her position.
Yeah, exactly. So the chances of her are, I would say, slim to none.
Good. Oops.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying the same thing you're saying. Hi there, everybody that just coming in. We got Leni Bobini, Jenny and T, Jericho D. What's up? Who else do we have?
Hiya, hi.
Bestie. Hello. PDF file Boglim. Deb F. Hi there, Meg Smith. Mama Wolf. Hello, Chantal's Money. Hi there, everybody. If you want to come on the
Oranges.
yeah, oranges, poranges. Hi there. If you want to come up, I've put the link in the chat. Just make sure you have the same name as your chat name, so we know who you are. Troto25, hello, welcome everybody. So yeah, what can I say? I can show you what she said for her. What was it?
Hi,
The tweet.
Jericho.
Yeah, I can show you her tweets, but I'm sure a lot of people have seen them. She said the thing about Pete's channel. My understanding now is that what I think she's gonna do is have Pete react to her content on his channel, so it kind of gives him an exclusive. So in terms of that, which is actually a pretty I don't know good thing to do. He gets an exclusive, while other channels can't really do what he's doing at the moment. But we can still talk about it. But still, he gets the first dibs, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, LaCrista. Hey there, Perfect Coffee, Dirty Diana. Welcome. I did not see he got served. Okay, we can talk about that as well. Who got served? Supposedly, allegedly, Nader El Shami got served with papers by cops at 4 a.m. on Friday, is what people are telling me. I just heard information on about that on May Anderson's channel. We did talk about it hours ago. So if you didn't
Mm-hmm.
know about it, now you do. Hey, Just Deb.
Yes, we only know it from May, though, don't we? Nobody else has given any of that information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Nada has not been on his live, has he? So he's not said one way or the other whether he will or not. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know what to feel about that. I don't know what to think. There's so many cloak and dagger situation, and I'm not quite sure how to see it really with that one with the Nay situation.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a lot to this whole entire thing that as I say, only time will tell. We also covered the Angie and Sanj, or should I say, was it Angie and Sanj, or how do they say it again?
I
Sandy
don't
and
know.
Ange. Sandy and Ange. Hey, it's Andy and Sanj, aka.
I call
Uh,
them Mangy and Minge.
yeah, well, they had a lot to say, and then the next day they had a lot more to re say. to talk about.
And we saw Bill.
Yes, we finally saw Bill because not a lot of people knew about their arrangement. That Bill is married still to Sandy, and Ange was from out western Canada. Well, not so far out west. I think she's from Winnipeg, right? And then she moved in. They've known each other for 2 years. They're in a relationship while Sandy is still married. All right, we got Andrea. Hello, Andrea. You're live. How are you doing?
Hey Monty, how are you? Hey
I'm
Natural
okay.
Ginger. Is my
What?
sound okay?
Yes, your
Hello.
sound is okay.
Your sound's
Hello.
okay. Hi, Andrea.
Okay. So I noticed in the tweets, I think it was Troll Detective, and some other creators were sharing Chantal's tweets. And so
Mm-hmm.
so I noticed that she appealed to YouTube. Oh, she referred to a man's penis as a salami, a giant salami dong or something. And I just, I said to myself, Chantal and I are the same age. I'll be 38 in August.
Yeah.
So I said she is unable to refer to anyone's body parts anatomically correctly. That's okay. But I thought in her appeal to get back her thousands of dollars making channel, I thought she would be a little more adult. I was wrong. I was
Right?
I was wrong. But I noticed that the accusation that she was set up was nowhere to be found in that tweet. So she said, "Oh, the dong was unexpected," which was a lie. Everybody told her what went on in Omegle. But I noticed that she changed her whole story. So I thought, where was that energy that you were so wronged?
Mm-hmm.
Where was that energy that someone set you up and everybody was out to get you and you were targeted and all of this other stuff in that appeal? So she told her viewers on OnlyFans that she was set up and that she was been mistreated. But
Oh.
then where's the energy? Where's all this victimhood when you're actually appealing to YouTube?
Yeah, exactly. Nowhere to be
Set
found.
up.
Realizations.
Set up is. Oh, I don't want to start. It's quite borderline, though, isn't it? It's the blaming everybody else. I couldn't get into it, but she's going from being upset to angry to bargaining to lashing out to screaming and all these different sections that she's going through. But yeah, what she said on Twitter, Andrea, she was amazing. I can't believe that she
I
said that.
can't believe it. If I had something like a YouTube channel that was earning me thousands of dollars a month, she tweets out these things, get me back on YouTube. I've got tea, get me back on YouTube, and I'll spill it. And I'm just confused. Wouldn't you exhaust, surefire methods that actually give you a chance of
Exactly.
restoring your income? Why in the world is it in everyone else's hands to restore? First of all, people on Twitter are probably not gatekeepers at YouTube. They're probably not the person that pressed that button,
Mm-hmm.
So but in my mind, if it were me, there is no way that I would leave it in the hands of anybody else to get my channel restored. I'm just confused. Like, what are you doing? Your body is failing you, ma'am. You're incontinent. You have maybe 5 good years where you can continue to ignore your health. And you know, she's incapable. Is she incapable of thinking for the future? I mean, clearly she understands the urgency to get her YouTube channel back, but the way she goes about things is really bizarre. It's really amazing. That's what I want to say. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's stunning. It's awe inspiring. I sit with my mouth hung open. It's just, what can I say?
She wants somebody to do it for her.
Yes.
She
At
said
every
that.
level. At every
Yeah.
level she has. When she had the charges. Oh, can I pay somebody? Can you help
Right.
compile the
Right.
information? Oh, when her channel's deleted, can somebody like just message or tweet them, guys? Just tweet them that you want me back on. It's always somebody else should do her work for her.
Exactly.
Do you guys know how
Yes,
to make canna butter? How do you set this, wig thing up, guys? How do you make this? How do you do that? I'm like, you have the instructions right in front of you.
exactly.
Do it
How do
yourself.
That's right. How do I actually go about finding somebody to come and clean my house? She couldn't even
Yeah.
clean her
Exactly.
own house. She can't even find somebody to come and do her job.
No, she
It's
can't be asked. She
no,
cannot be
no.
Mhm.
asked.
But then again, she doesn't want to take advice and then do it herself. She wants somebody to go, oh, don't worry
It,
about it, darling. Let get it all sorted out here. We'll be doing. You just sit back and have a gravy, and it'll be all cushy in a bit.
Mhm.
That's
yes,
how it's
absolutely.
going to
Yes.
be. And but it's not happening this time. I mean, but then she says that all these big YouTubers, Monty, is it you, that are DMing her, messaging her all these tips on how to get a channel back? But
That's
it's
not me.
Well, if those creators, if those creators are looking to help her, I mean, I don't feel one way or another about that, because terms of service are terms of service, and she's responsible for knowing those terms of service. And if she breaks those terms of service, it is YouTube's prerogative to enforce their terms of service at their discretion. Nobody has to warn you.
Yeah.
No, that's the contract that you make with YouTube when you have a channel. Your ignorance of them does not excuse you. Just because the nudity was unexpected doesn't excuse what happened. You still allowed that to happen on your channel. She's the first one to scream, "It's my channel. I'll do what I want." And Charlie Gold had a stream where she showed Chantal basically telling everyone, "I don't want to get people's consent. It's no fun. Where's the fun in that if everybody's in on it?
Yeah.
And so I thought to myself, were you not filmed without your consent? Didn't you just threaten Natter over filming you without your consent? You were going to get him prosecuted because he filmed you during sex without your consent. But it's perfectly fine for you to have unsuspecting individuals on your YouTube channel. They didn't sign up for that. How was that okay, Chantal? But moreover, Charlie Gold showed very plainly that she was not set up. She was all in on having Omega on her channel.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's really interesting to see all of the energy. It's so chaotic, her energy being directed towards all of these places. And she does have a lot of entertainment value, not for the reasons that I would want, but you know this whole victimization thing is just really disgusting at this point.
Mhm.
And if those creators are like trying to help her out, that's their prerogative. They can do what they want, but in no way I have not heard one person say that it was her f up. Like nobody is saying that. The people that I see, well, case in point, Sandy and Ange, they still didn't say it. They apologized that they were ignorant of what was going on.
Mhm.
They just won't let her be an adult. They won't let her do it. They won't let her do it. I
Mhm.
don't see, if you love somebody, you give them the backhand truth, or what is it? What is the expression when you tell somebody the truth, even though it's really ugly, even though it's really gonna hurt them? You tell them the truth because you care, right? What is
Yeah.
that called? What's that called? Tough love, or it's something involving the hand.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't understand the people that support Chantal and they're on this train of. And I'm sorry if I'm talking too much. Am I talking too
No,
much?
no, you're
no,
not. Go
no,
ahead.
no, no. Carry on, carry on.
Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. I love your voice, Natural Ginger. By the way.
I love
Um.
yours.
Oh, well, I just want to say I don't understand the people that are totally on board with the she's being bullied train. That they're totally on board with villainizing other YouTube creators. And I can't remember which one it was, Sandy or Ange, the one that wears the wigs. She
That's Sandy.
Sandy.
Yeah.
Sandy.
Yeah.
Sandy commented that if you don't like Chantal, There's no reason for the worlds. There are people that like Chantal, and there are people that don't like Chantal, and there's no reason for those worlds to intertwine. And I'm just excuse me, Chantal drives inebriated. She's transphobic, homophobic, bigoted. She lies, monetizes domestic violence, and I'm sorry, SA and DV, just to be safe. She
Yeah.
monetizes these things, and no one is supposed to say anything to the contrary.
Mm-hmm.
We're just supposed to let this happen. And if we say something against it, oh well, I don't like snakes, so I don't go and look for shows about snakes. Excuse me, that's not, there's no equality there, because snakes are animals, and Chantal is a human being that is allowed to drive, and allowed to flash herself. She's allowed to use drugs on her channel. She's allowed to do a lot of things that could potentially harm other people, and no one should say anything. That is really ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So,
On
the
it.
people that are supporting her, and the people that are just, will not hold her accountable for any of her behaviors. But, they lash out at everybody else. It's really, it's disturbing. And I don't know, psychologically, I don't know what's going on there. I'm not into that part of human behavior, but it's amazing to watch people pretend that history does not exist and everyone has forgotten all of the things Chantal has said and done on her channel as
Yeah.
the creator. It's really amazing that, is it histrionics? Is that the word I'm looking for? They want to
Mm-hmm.
rewrite history as if Chantal is just innocent, and her hands are clean, and she, like, the whole thing with Natter. I have proof that Natter's been contacting me. Ma'am, you have a sock account and you've been contacting him. You
Yeah,
go to his
exactly.
channel. You engage in conversation. You initiate conversation. And you think you can go to the police and show the police, oh, he's been contacting me. You're not supposed to be contacting him. You went to the police and said, I'm afraid of this person. I don't want this person in my life. I don't want this person to contact me. Please do
Yeah, so
something. Please
true.
help me. Oh, I have proof. I have proof. He's been contacting me. You're insane. It's insane. And no one in Chantal's camp, if you will call her out about that. Like, you're playing with someone's freedom and someone's life, and he's a horrible person. Don't get me wrong. He's a horrible person. But you're still using, your civil authorities as an attack dog in your little game of vengeance. And that's all it is. So it's really amazing to watch. I'm so glad that there are other people that are involved in the conversation, because it's really shocking, like, her behavior. I don't know why I'm shocked though, but
Yeah.
Well, you're saying that for the all these things she gets away with, all these things that she gets away with doing and saying, like the drinking and the swearing and the casual racism and that, she's got a good cover for it, and the cover is only joking or lying
mhm
about it and gaslighting. And
mhm
she's got this far in her life by able to do, oh, I'm cute, I was only joking. And they've always
mhm
gone, oh, no, it's just silly Chantal, when she
Yeah.
was younger.
mhm
And she's still stuck there. And now she's a great, well, she's a liar.
yes.
It's a knee-jerk reaction. Remember that time when she was on the white stuff, and Pete's came into a room because people on his channel were telling him that she was going off of face, and she was supposed to be in sort of like off the coke. And he came into her room and he went, oh, my audience told me that you're back on the stuff. And she went, no. And she was totally there with it, right?
Totally.
And she goes, oh no, but I lied to him. And her audience were going, but you just lied to him. And she goes, oh, it was just a knee-jerk reaction. Yeah,
Yes.
we know,
Yeah,
we know. So it's lies and only joking. But
for sure.
Mm.
Buddha,
and
you got something to say?
Hey, Buddha.
hi, Buddha.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Okay,
you.
good. I'm always worried about the mic. Like, I'm afraid I'm just going to talk and talk and talk and drop all these bombs of wisdom, and you're going to miss out on all of them. So I just wanted to make sure. I've just been listening,
Oh,
and I think that.
I think she's muted. Is she?
Oh, am I muted?
I
No,
can hear
no, you're
her.
not. You're not
I'm not.
muted.
Okay. You know what? I've just been listening, and I really am loving this. Watching Chantal try to stay ahead of the game. I'm going to sign up here. They can't do this. She's in this problem-solving mode right now, and I think it's giving her mind something to do than to focus on the pending doom that's coming down the pipeline for this
Yeah.
woman right now. And I think it's funny how hard she's working right now. She's really, logging in, setting up passwords.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is the most work
Mm-hmm.
I've seen her do. Like, I
Right.
don't think I have that many accounts or passwords, and I can barely do a TikTok. So
Yeah.
she's hustling right now, and I'm enjoying watching her stay ahead. Meanwhile, she's falling behind constantly.
It's very true. But we'll see what happens. Like my analogy still kind of works where the ship is still sinking, even though you're bailing out the water, you're not bailing it out fast enough. So sooner or later, she's gonna come to that realization that hey, what I did was a shitty thing. Well, she's been doing shitty things for years, but she's gonna come to realization that it's not a game, it's not a joke to do what she did. She thought she was invincible. People kept on telling her, "You've
Mm-hmm.
actually been ahead of the curve for so long. Like it's the LOA has to catch up to you." And I've been saying it for months now. That yeah, she's been getting away with so much that sooner or later it will catch up to you as it catches up to everybody else.
Right.
And that's exactly what's happening.
Mm.
I wish she would lean into a redemption arc. I really do. Like, what does rock bottom look like to Chantal? To the rest of us, losing her channel would be the rock bottom, right? And
Hmm.
but I feel like she's going Mariana's Trench style with this rock bottom,
To the bottom of the earth.
where those creepy fish with the like see-through eyes are. But I, sh I don't know. I want her. I know I'm an optimist. I know. And you're the first people to ever really call me that. Usually most people just think I'm bitchy, but maybe when she gets the payday that isn't a payday, we will see either her acknowledging her rock bottom or her tunneling further into the earth's core to create a new rock bottom. But I kind of feel for her at the same time, but I don't, and I enjoy the shit show. What about you guys? Are you feeling bad for enjoying this descent? I feel a little bit bad sometimes.
A bit, a little bit, but not that much.
After watching her, hi everybody, by the way.
Um,
Hi Monty. After
Hello, goddess
watching
of
her
pain.
for 4+ years, no, I don't feel bad for
hello,
watching this train
goddess.
wreck at all. She has done this
I
to herself. That's all I can say. I mean, she has broken TOS after TOS after TOS. And all she'd say was, oh, well, they haven't done anything yet. Oh, well, they haven't done anything yet. Well, guess what? It finally caught up to her.
yeah, I started off as a fan, and then it just I couldn't fan anymore. And then gradually she just got you know how Nikocado avocado is kind of performative, and and you could tell he, despite his weight gain, you can tell he is a bit intellectual about what he does. Like you can clearly see that there's a different life outside of YouTube for him. And he says things, he look right into the camera and say, it's just water weight. Like, boy, we like, it's, I mean, we laugh because we're all in on the joke. It's clearly not water weight, but it's marketable and it's funny when he looks in the camera and says, it's just water weight, don't worry about it. you know Chantal, in every aspect of her life, is allowing everything to go to hell. And it's just, her cats, that's the worst part for me. I can't I can't deal with that part. Like, you have thousands of dollars, take your damn cats, can we say damn on YouTube? Take your damn
Yeah,
cats to the vet. Take your damn cats. You could send Pete's with the carrier in. You just, I mean, there's so many things, there's so many things she could have done for her animals, and she just refused to do it. And it's not that she was busy. It's not that she had other stuff going on. She wasn't working on content. She was just tired of people talking to her about it. And damn you people bothering her about her cats. Her cats are fine. No, no, just because you neglect your health and you don't care that you have a clearly distended abdomen and you don't care that you can barely breathe, you allow your animals to suffer. Like, no, no, like who gets on board with that? How does she have people supporting her? So it's just you just reach a point where you're like, no, I'm gonna go right over here to this person who's vibing with me, and I'm gonna watch their content and watch what they have to say about it, because clearly here are the same people in this scenario. So no, I'm not gonna be in her chat. Nobody's bullying her. And it's just, I'm glad that finally you were talking about the laws of averages. I wondered how many more times was she going to get away with flashing her body parts. I was after the fifth. It was how many times was that? How many times did she flash people on the internet? And really
I don't
nothing
even have a
happened.
number right
I,
now because it's been multiple occasions, multiple times. You can even say her being in her bra with her at the top would be considered something against the TOS for Twitch. Like, you can't do that on Twitch. You'd get a ban.
exactly.
So things that she does on YouTube and she's been getting away with, she can't do on other platforms. And even though people caution her, don't do that on this platform or that,
He
she
doesn't
still
care.
she just wants to do anything whenever she feels like doing it, and then will cry and complain that it's all because of the haters, and that is why she is removed from these platforms. It's always the haters. It's
It's
never
always
her.
it's always the haters. How dare they? How dare they report me for doing something I'm not supposed to be doing? How dare
Yeah,
they?
exactly. Hey, Buddha, you had something to say?
No.
Okay.
Just
I
Not
setting up
thought
my
you.
microphone.
okay, I thought you were gearing up there. I see Buddha there ready with a mic, but like, Monty, let me speak now.
Ah!
Yes,
No, someone
please.
said that
I
I was
love
slow. I
Buddha.
probably was slow. I just want you to hear me better,
Okay, all right. We're hearing you good.
Yeah, because her first when it first happened, she was saying, "Oh, it's the haters mass flagging it that have done it to me, and it's nothing to do with the nudity or anything like that." She was really buckling down to. It makes me wonder whether she's really read what YouTube have sent to her. What are the
Exactly.
reasons? And that's maybe why she's on the sugary ground when it comes to actually being paid on payday, because they might say, "Oh, you get your money back." Of course, you get paid if you've got your channel.
But Ginger, she's pretending that she has not flashed everybody on multiple occasions. She's pretending
Yeah.
that did not happen.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like, I like to I call myself a scrapper in the comments, because I will go back and forth with people if I have the time. But what I'm noticing is a lot of these people that now they don't have a choice. They have to frequent kind of the same places that I frequent on YouTube, and they're saying things like, you people should be ashamed, and you people should. And I'm just like, no, no, no. Chantal should be ashamed. She's the one that, if she wanted to show everybody her naked body, there's a platform for that, and she can get paid for that. But why are you pretending that she has not flashed multiple times on her channel? Why are you pretending that she did not have a naked man in the act? I don't know. I don't want to get Monty in trouble, so I'm afraid of, I don't know what I can say, but you're pretending like she did not do this. You're pretending like reactors had anything to do with this. And
Yeah,
it's
it's all
just,
her.
it's all her.
It's cognitive dissonance, isn't it? Is that the word?
Yeah,
Cognitive dissonance.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, we
Yeah.
could say that. Yeah.
En masse.
En masse,
En masse.
indeed.
En masse
Indeed.
cognitive dissonance. Mm-hmm. I do not know the answer to your questions, Andrea, other than I don't know. I don't
I
know.
was having a
That's why
crisis. Like,
we
am I
need,
insane?
yeah, we need to put our collective heads together and come up with some sort of, I don't
Yeah.
know.
But you know,
resolution
mhm,
to it.
I think we're actually seeing the beginning to the end right now, I guess.
Do you think that her plan for
Hey,
her other,
Dre,
oh,
go ahead. No
sorry.
problem. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, do you think her plan to upload edited content to Pizza's channel will work?
It will work if they actually put in the work, but it won't work if Peace doesn't do the job and then her doesn't do the job. So not only do we have to have both of them cooperating properly, they got to coordinate. So with me saying that, most likely not gonna work.
So Pete's is going to be a reactor. Is that right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the idea.
Oh. So is she going to write a script for him to react to these? Oh, I don't. I'm confused. I am
Well,
confused.
that's what it seems like. We can read the tweet, but then putting two and two together, it seems like what she's trying to do is she will edit and upload her streams into reactions and upload them onto Pete's channel. So is Pete's gonna be reacting to her edited streams that she uploads? It seems like it. That would be a good get around to not having Pete's yeeted off the channel as well, because if she reacts to herself, then that could still be TOS because she's commandeering his channel. I gotta check the verbiage to what is and isn't, or this might be like a very gray area. I have no idea at the moment. I'd gotta look into it more.
I
Because
just don't.
yeah, go ahead, Andrea.
I'm sorry, Monty.
Yeah, no
Sorry.
problem. Go ahead.
I don't understand why she would announce it.
Mm-hmm.
If I were her, I mean, I saw the logic because I was thinking Pete should be reacting to her, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I love the idea that someone had about Ramona reacts, but
Mm-hmm.
the fact that she announced it was very I don't know. I don't think she's thinking like a business person. Um, it would have been amazing to kind of tease it a little bit, kind of how movies release trailers, and then don't give the heads up to people that already have followings, because I don't know who's watching Pizza's channel. I will not be watching Pizza's channel. Perhaps some people that were actively watching Chantal's channel will watch Pizza's channel, but
Mm-hmm.
you know she just doesn't. I don't think she's thinking with her brain right now, because everything just seems reactionary and knee jerk, and she's just scrambling to kind of see what happens. But when she announced that, the only thing that's going to happen is people are now going to react to Pete's and all his tangents and all his ramblings, trying to react to Chantal.
True.
And it's just, I mean, Pete's is already a kind of a lolcout himself, so I don't know why she would prepare everybody for like the second shit show, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I foresee happening, because Chantal trying to edit um her OnlyFans content. I mean, she's forgetting that people are already on top of that. Like, they don't need to go to Pizza's channel to get that content. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't I
Yeah.
don't I don't know. I don't know what she's
Yeah.
doing.
That's why I'm confused, because it would seem it's already been reacted to and seen by the
Exactly.
time she's put it all together and put it out there.
Like, she's not a hustler. I mean, there are people out there. I mean, her first stream on OnlyFans was already on YouTube. I mean, edited. I mean, edited. It was edited, transformed, and uploaded before she could even, blink. I mean, people are out here really working YouTube. So I don't see her hustling like that. And I don't know why she would announce it to people that are already like on top of the ball. So I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna work. But if she were smart, she'd just do OnlyFans and, you know, build herself on that platform, because that is a platform where she can stream, she can get gifts, she's monetized. All she has to do is do it. I mean, she's not gonna get the same audience, but she will have an audience.
But yeah, but this is Chantal we're talking about. She's not smart. And she's complaining already. I only have 26 viewers. I normally have 12K watching me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, but also Pete is not mentally stable for the shitstorm that's going to come his way if Chantal has
Ooh.
anything to do with his channel.
That's a good
Mm-hmm.
point.
I have
Mm-hmm.
a quick
Very good
question
point.
about the money. So I know that, what is it, the 21st that she gets paid on YouTube?
Not this
Yes,
month.
I think so.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's
that
that's
it
what I
starts
was
the
gonna ask.
21st to the 26th. Yeah.
Is she like these other platforms that she's on, like OnlyFans and stuff? Is there like a set payday, say a month from now or 2 months from now, or as people join,
I think you
she's
can
getting
get paid
deposits?
every 2 days on OnlyFans, if I'm not mistaken. You could set it up that way.
So she has a little bit trickling in, so she
Yeah,
might
so she
not be
can.
realizing
Yeah.
that the trickles aren't going to add up to a puddle, and once the 21st comes, she's going to be homeless soon. I'm curious as to how she's going to take that.
Well, she can always go to Buffalo. Her daddy, Lord Frodo, can take her in. That's what I'm gonna call him from now on, Daddy Lord Frodo.
Oh, no.
Can you imagine her on Daddy Lord Frodo's couch, beezing?
He'd get mad at her because she's too messy, I bet. I think he'd be like, clean up after
Oh,
yourself, woman.
right? I can only imagine that.
I
That'd
would
be
watch
funny.
that. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too.
Chantal with DLF. I'm watching
I would
that.
love that. Yeah,
I'm
I would
watching
love
that.
With a walk-on from Amber.
Oh
Walk-on
no.
from Amber. You guys.
a wheel on from Amber
Oh, no.
and the FaceTime from Jen.
Oh yeah. Shani, she comes for the weekend.
She
Oh
brings
my
the
God.
percocets. Yes. Oh, that would be funny.
Totally.
I just got here. Did you guys review what she put her post on OnlyFans about
No.
her
No.
plans? So basically what happened last night is Chantal came on and she was playing sex kitten, Chantal, and she was whispering into the mic and it was so cringy. But she came on and she originally started streaming on OnlyFans, and it was so choppy, and it kept cutting out, and the video quality was so bad that all 37 people in the chat, except for that freak Sofa King, were like, "Hey, go to Patreon, where you can stream." Apparently, she really struggles with the streaming on OnlyFans. It's like OnlyFans really does seem to be set up more for pre-recorded video uploads. It's not real good for a streaming platform. So finally, after 45 minutes, 50 minutes of her not being able to figure out OnlyFans, flashing her breasticles at least 5-6 times, and dropping just, see you next Tuesday type language for in case anybody was sniping, got her to transfer over to Patreon, which is set up for streaming, except she has to pay for it. And then she was still doing the sex kitten Chantal, and you guys, this is my job. I need to take it so serious, and I will. I'm taking this serious. Yeah, I miss YouTube, but they just need to understand I'm bullied. Flash, flash. See you next Tuesday. See, like this.
Wait, she
And then
flashed on Patreon?
oh yeah.
Yeah, she's been flashing on
Yeah,
Patreon
and
over.
it was and it's funny, like letter, but the dealio with that is she keeps saying, "Okay, I'm serious about this. I'm getting serious," and then after an hour and 6 minutes, the Patreon stream. Is my mic hot? Do I sound like I'm screaming? Oh, I saw Buddha going like this. I'm like, oh my God, I'm yelling
No,
at
you
my
don't.
friend.
No.
You don't.
No, I have a
And
dog screaming in
okay,
the house.
so
I
after an hour and 6 minutes, she was literally mid-sentence, and her Patreon stream just ended. And here's what I suspect, because I pulled out my calculator, and I think she'd reached the end of that. Remember, she'd purchased for $58 10 hours worth of live streaming
I
from
see.
crowdcasting. And so before it cut off, and she's not saying anything about this, but I'm wondering what the state of her credit cards is. Why did she not just immediately purchase $50 more for 10 hours? B, she was saying, okay, so what I'm going to do is I can't figure out OnlyFans, so I will do all my live streaming on Patreon because this is my job. And mind you, she's whispering and doing that really soft, meek Chantal, and you can hear the cotton mouth. And so I suspect poly drug use. You know what I mean? Because she was slurring her words, but she was wide awake and the cotton mouth. So, and she was doing that weird whispery, almost like she was paranoid and didn't want people to hear. So it was paranoid, whispery, sex kitten, poly drug use Chantal. We all know what I'm talking about. And so the decision she made last night, with the caveat, will she even remember what she decided last night? Because she was foobarred, guys. But was OnlyFans is really hard to stream on, so I will only upload pre-records there, and that will be, you know, my naughty videos, and I will only stream, or mostly only stream, on Patreon, to which people are flipping out like, I paid for OnlyFans, you said you were streaming there. But then the people on Patreon are like, nah, this is better because streaming. So her decision last night, because I'm rambling like a crazy person, is she'll upload raunchy stuff to OnlyFans. She will do all her streaming on Patreon. And I want everybody to remember, she has to pay to stream on Patreon. It's $50 for 10 hours. Apparently, there's an unlimited plan she can buy for Patreon, but she doesn't know how much that costs. So we can see how much thought she's put into this. And she did post about 8 hours ago on OnlyFans. It says, hi there. I know this has been confusing and annoying as hell, chasing me around the internet, but I miss you guys and I truly appreciate it. I will put out an R-rated vlog once a week on here being OnlyFans, and we'll also use this as a stream backup platform. I will do most of my streaming on Patreon. You will get your money's worth. Don't worry. Oh, and that was one more thing last night on her little Patreon stream, is she was talking shop with her chat like that freak Sofa King. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Sofa King. Fuck right off, you freak. Sorry. You know, fight me in the parking lot, Cupcake. I'll clean your clock.
Go off.
Yeah, he's probably some basement dwelling pedo. So he reminds me a lot of Karate Joe, the way he tells her what to do and stuff. It's very Karate Joe-esque. It's creepy. Anyway, God, where was I going? So many tangents, so little time. Oh, so she was talking with her chat like, this is my job. I need to take this serious. I need to figure this out. You know, and so half the chat saying, oh, you know, drop your price, you'll get more people, and you need to be consistent. You need to let us know when you're going live. You know, and she's acting like she's taking notes. But here we are today. All the things Chantal said she was going to do, what do we get? We get a post on Twitter saying, hey, I'm on TikTok. So yeah, just
Never any
shit.
follow through with anything, and
Oh,
that is
zero.
one of her
No.
biggest problems. That's why it's going to
Yeah.
be a shit show. Openly
Yeah,
Winning
and or
said
she'll ask
before,
somebody
oops,
to go figure it out for her. I can't.
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
figured out. Can you do it for me? How old are you? Are you 2? I mean, do you need your handheld to go wipe your ass? I'm sorry, Monty, but that's she's aggravating.
Yeah. And so, well, the beauty is here's what I'm thinking is on OnlyFans. So she's now, first it was, oh, I'm going to stream there. Well, now she's changed it to, I'll upload once a week. So I suspect if she doesn't stick to that within 2 or 3 weeks, people can go to OnlyFans and say, look, I was promised this, you know, here's a screenshot, and it's not happening. So, you know, I can see her screwing it up again on OnlyFans, but I can tell she doesn't like OnlyFans. It's useless for streaming. It really needs to be pre-recorded videos. And the only time she will flash body parts, which I will. Okay, anyway, this is just me being creepy, but what I've noticed is she needs to be just like hammered, and she starts doing that. Then she does it in that cute, quirky, like, and let's face it, at her age, she just needs to lift up the hem of her shirt because, you know, those babies are hanging below her elbows. But it's like she thinks it's this cute, quirky, like, show your tits at Mardi Gras. No, Chantal, it's not cute. You're not getting beads thrown at you. You are a 38-year-old, balding, morbidly obese, unemployed Canadian
guy.
that's,
It's
yeah,
coquettish, isn't it? It's her being coquettish. Oh,
yeah, yes,
my head of my petticoat.
yeah,
Oh, you've seen
yeah,
it.
yeah. It's like
Oh.
she flashes and then goes, aren't I quirky? No, you're not quirky. I think the word you're looking for is, oh yeah, pathetic, Chantal. You are pathetic. You're not entertaining. It's not funny. And then she gets these people in chat egging her on. And like that Sofa King keeps saying, oh, randomly swear. So if they're streaming this, so she is just saying like, the see you next Tuesday, and just what in the United States and Canada would be considered very offensive words, but it's not quirky and cute the way she's doing it. It's yeah, once again, what's that word I like to use? Yeah, vile. Chantal's vile. She's a low watt light bulb. I eat toast in the morning, unbuttered toast, with a higher IQ of her, and she's about as interesting as watching paint dry. And her inability to follow through and her inconsistency is, by this time next month, she's going to be a hurting unit. But you have to not be hammered 24/7 for reality to set in. So I don't think she's quite tracking.
So
Anyway, my rant's over. Sorry.
That's great. How does it work on OnlyFans and Patreon when you want to ban somebody from chat? Because she's got all these people in her chat now that are trolls and supporters, and they're going to be saying stuff to her. And is she not itching to like go, shut up? And, who wants to be blocked now? Beep.
No.
Can that be done on those platforms?
No, she can't block them like that. But the thing is because, if you think about it, $20 on OnlyFans and the Patreon, it's a $10 tier, and everybody signed up for OnlyFans first. And so, you think about it, that's $30 to cough up. And most of the chat her chat on Patreon, I'll say, like last night, I think there was a total after 45 minutes, she got maybe 68 people in there watching her. I mean, it's a pittance. She's used to, within the first hour, getting 6,800 views. She had 68 people by the end. And most of the people that are chatting in there, they're not the hardcore trolls. There's a few people, and I'm not going to call them out by their screen names, who are like, this is pathetic, this isn't what we agreed to, what are you doing, grow up. But most of the people are more like, kind of just like, well, we're here to support you, Chantal. Oh, and here's another thing. In these chats, because you know how it is, if you're bored with the stream, you can chat amongst yourself at so-and-so, right, and have a conversation. That's not an option in these streams. So you can't at somebody so that it will highlight what you're saying. So the inter-chat conversation option is now also gone. I mean, maybe there's some way, but I'm too stupid to figure it out. I'm just sitting back observing. I'm not going to interact. I'm not a cow tipper. But yeah, so there's no longer the inner chat within the chat. She's not being consistent where she's announcing, like, sometimes she announces on Twitter, but yet she has yet to announce on Patreon or OnlyFans, hey, I'm going live on this platform. Like, she cannot figure it out. So she's announcing on Twitter what she's doing over on Patreon, and when she can't get that to work, she then goes to OnlyFans but forgets to announce it. So people are, after this month, I feel that the novelty is going to wear off, and she's going to lose at least half of the people that have managed to cough up. And I know for her OnlyFans, like, there is a way to quote unquote follow her so you get notifications. There's only 308 people in there following her, so she's trying to say she has 500 Patreons. But like I said, I did the math. She's not making nearly as much money. Last night's stream on OnlyFans, she did make $30 in tips, but I feel that most of those tips were people were like, hey, here's a tip, please go to Patreon so we can watch, because it was so choppy. She did, and that's one other thing, and then I really will shut the hell up. She's doing these things on OnlyFans, but she's not saving them, so her paying members cannot go back later and watch these videos. Like if
Oh,
you don't
really?
catch her, yeah,
Oh,
Ray,
Yeah,
Oh,
that
she hasn't
the,
figured out how to save them yet.
nope,
that's
the
a good
only
point.
ones the only one that's still the only ones that are still up is when she's sitting in her car telling Natter, "Oh, I'll show you. I saw DD." She told that ridiculous story about the
and
police
you know
station.
what?
Yeah, that's the only one that's up. It's a bad look, Chantal. A
Why would you
bad
film
look,
that?
right?
Why
It's
would you?
Impulse.
verbal diarrhea. She is so addicted to attention. And believe it or not, like I don't have a real good filter, but I practice it on occasion, using it. But if you are so used to streaming this stream of consciousness and not filtering things, it gets to be a habit where it's really hard to filter. Like you think a thing, you say a thing, and that's what she does. And she's so out of control. And you add the drug use in there, and you add what I feel to be a B cluster personality type that's not treated. She's done no cognitive behavioral therapy. She doesn't want to change. And right now she's
Exactly.
thinking she's playing the victim card. No, Chantal, you are not a victim. You are a volunteer for all of this. You were forewarned. You chose this for yourself. All right, Grebo, shut up. Go ahead, panel. Sorry.
I'd actually like to say or ask what you guys think of this. So I have this theory about Chantal that she has always been this playful, like, oh my God, I'm going to show you my titties. Like, and it's almost like this, like I'm going to tease the sexuality that I claim to be confident in. But when it comes down to it, there's a revenue stream available to her with OnlyFans. And
Mm-hmm.
I know from doing a little bit of research on this that there's two different ways you can approach OnlyFans. You can have two accounts for one person. One can be, I'm going to build my audience and people who want to build a relationship with me, and that will be a membership base. And then there's the free, but here are pictures you can unlock where you get new people. When it comes down to it, for her to have this at her fingertips, what happened to all that, ball energy? What happened to that, like, oh, you're gonna love my butt? Like, what happened to your confidence and your titty flashes and your coochie shows? You could be showing your coochie and your titties and all of that, doing your stupid little dances.
Exactly, because there's a large fan base out there for the bigger women. I mean, look at Hungry Fat Chick Candy. She has it, and she makes hella money over there. Hella money.
Chantal has zero work ethic is the problem. Is
Exactly.
like thinks
That's
a
the
thing,
laziness.
says a thing, thinks a thing, does a thing, and there's no follow through. Plus
Right.
she comes up with these brilliant ideas. She doesn't even rewatch her own videos because she'll be like, when did I say that? Which shows
I
me
never
she's
said
not even
that.
yeah. And so she just this train is going off the rails. Personally, for me, I am kind of tired of the cow tippers who keep wanting to report her everywhere. Okay, call me a terrible human being, whatever. I don't watch TLC. I don't watch My 600-Pound Life. I don't watch any of that reality show crap. I watch this. This is my entertainment. And I'm just really tired of people like just going after her. You know what I mean? It's like, stop. Just stop. Leave my entertainment alone. Because, and number two, these people that say they're doing it because they're concerned, Chantal, my opinion, is so defiant. These people that are trying to get her deplatformed are actually just making it worse. They are making her behavior worse. So just stand
That's
back.
why they're doing it.
Yeah. Don't get involved and just, yeah. So, but I said, that's just me.
I think I know why she hasn't got all this high-end energy sexuality going on OnlyFans. Like she said she was going to be, and like she said she is, like she's a complete tiger in the cot. No, it's because it's a lie.
It's all a lie.
She wants to be. When it comes to it, she does a sexy dance. She's just doing that weird stuff with her elbows in the air.
She's out of breath.
Yeah, my 6-year-old dances like that. Not a woman who is proud of her sexuality.
I'm doing it now.
Yeah, she does
somebody who is not confident. She couldn't strip wallpaper.
Oh my God, Buddha, that was it. That was it exactly.
Oh my God, Buddha.
Oh, and the weird sort of like belly dancing that she did just a few weeks ago.
So
because
cringe.
it does, and she's embarrassed to do it, even by herself in a room in front of a camera. I think she's actually said she wants a partner because she doesn't like doing the sexy stuff by herself. Because I know, because she doesn't know what to do. She's about inventive as a box of frogs. She really is. She can't.
Well, and when she talks about her
and
hoe
it's all
days,
cliches.
okay, yeah, it's all 90s rom-com cliche sexy things, and it's like you could tell, like, playa knows a playa. Cupcake there's never had a sexy sex kit moment in real life with another human being ever. I will guess. I suspect she's told to do a thing and she does the thing by her partner. But it's like the 40-year-old virgin where they're telling him to describe what a boobie feels like, and he says, like a big of sand, and they're all like, virgin. That's what Chantal reminds me of. Is she just doesn't, like, any chick who's been out and about around men, you know how to kind of work it, right? Let's just call a spade there. And it's painful watching her, and the fact that she needs to get loaded on substances. So it's not Chantal being sexy, it's Chantal just showing body parts awkwardly. It's like, it's very cringy to me.
She's like the sort of person that will like in bed what her partner likes.
Exactly.
Oh, we're going to do this tonight, do that tonight. Oh, do you like that? Yeah, because I'm doing it to you, and because I'm the one that's thought of it. Now you
and that is the most boring kind of sex you can have.
It is, yeah. I mean, which fantasy is that? I mean,
right?
Well, the sex toys, the sex toys she bought. She just went for the most shocking. Oh, this goes in your butt and this clamps onto your nipples. That seems pretty shocking. And she's waving them around. It's like, really? Come on.
It's
so.
I can't talk about sex toys. I have a plentiful variety.
Oh my God. I get embarrassed. I get embarrassed watching. No, like, if people even kiss on movies or anything, I literally cover my eyes because I get embarrassed, because I'm like, they don't really like each other. I'm such a prude. It's horrifying. Like, porn, oh my God, prawn, I could never watch it because I'd be like, oh, they don't like each other. I can't.
That's kind of cute, actually. That's kind of cute.
Sex, what's that? I haven't had sex in 3 years. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't remember how you do it. But I do know this. Confidence writes the check. And when it comes down to doing OnlyFans, doing whatever, I used to be a professional belly dancer, and I used to go to Lebanon and dance there. But I tell you now,
nice.
I used to be 80 pounds heavier while I was a belly dancer, and I'd show it and shake it, but I didn't have the best body, but I had this confidence. You could not tell
men
me
like confidence. Right?
Yeah, and she needs to rock it. Even hungry fat chick, she got that that inner, like, you can't tell me I'm not awesome. She needs to embrace that. But first, she got to kind of be awesome, and Chantal's a little bit lacking in that.
Right, exactly. She has she has no confidence whatsoever. None.
You can't fake that kind of confidence.
Yeah, you've got to be able to move somewhat.
Yeah, I used to work at a place, maybe skin was or wasn't shown, but as long as you roll in there and are just like, can't touch this, like that, oh my God, that is literally all it takes. But that whole, unless you can pull off the shy, innocent schoolgirl look, that's also a thing, but she can't do that, and she's not rocking it. There is no confidence. And if you're not confident in what you're doing, nobody else is going to believe in you. Nobody else wants to see it. It's just, that's just how it seems to be. But once again, I have many opinions and I voice them often. I'm not saying they're right. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get what Buddha and Greba are saying. If you don't think you're sexy, why is anyone else going to think you're sexy?
Well, exactly. You have to put that image out there, whether it's with your self-confidence or whatever. It doesn't matter what body type you have. If you don't believe it in your own head, nobody else is going to believe it.
And that's why I wish she had not photoshopped her OnlyFans pictures. Like I thought, like, the one in the one where she was facing away from the camera and she was just showing her back, like that was obviously obviously photoshopped, but I
The
thought
Yeah.
that was actually a
the
good.
door behind her, she'd used a slimming filter because that bathroom door was about this wide. Like it was
Exactly.
so
Right.
obviously
Her leg couldn't fit
photoshopped
through
it.
that door.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
really enjoyed the pose, and I thought, man, she should not have photoshopped this because
Exactly.
this pose was everything. I mean, you had, I mean, come on, the water was red. I thought that was a bad choice for the bath bomb,
Oh,
but
oh yeah.
I enjoyed the pose, and I thought, I'm not into women, but I thought that she looks really artistic here. Like she really uh is giving effort in this photo. It's not just her sitting there. She's doing things. And if she had the confidence she claims she had, there would be no need to Photoshop this
Yeah, she
picture
wouldn't have
because
touched it.
Do,
it would have
do,
she
does
would have worked it. She would have rocked it, and
does
she would have.
everybody know the photo that she's talking about? Is
Some
everybody
people have refused to look at it.
okay? Go ahead, Andre. I'm sorry, did not mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead, because I mean,
I was gonna say because I can show it up on the screen real quick, but I don't want to get anybody in trouble because it's
Uh,
not. It's
it's
actually a
it, and
fairly
I didn't want to see any of
tasteful
her body
photo.
parts, but that
Yeah,
one was her facing away from the camera,
yeah.
so I couldn't see
It.
her front. And I
mhm.
thought that was this is a really good picture, but it's clearly photoshopped, and that was disappointing because,
Mhm.
like Monty was saying, and
Mhm.
I think most women agree, like when you can just be yourself and you don't have to worry about your roles and you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about, like, I'm not that big. I'm fairly a small person. I'm in fairly good shape because I have to work at it. But you know, I do samba dancing, and so I related to Buddha when she said, she was like, I was rocking it with my belly out.
Mhm. Mhm.
When you have that confidence, everybody can see it and everybody can get that
Yep.
energy. And if she would do that
Yep.
on OnlyFans, I don't think she would have a problem. She already has the audience, but she's not doing
Mhm.
that. She's not
She
doing
hasn't
that.
got it. She hasn't got it, and she doesn't know where to find it. It's not part of her. It really isn't.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I don't know why, but she just isn't what she wants to be.
Because it takes life experience and she doesn't have any.
And also learning from life lessons. When you get
Yep.
kicked in the
Mhm.
butt, you learn. You'll
Yeah.
get
You learn
kicked in the
from it.
butt again.
You don't distract and make excuses. You accept your
Yeah.
accountability and you learn from it.
Yeah.
And she refuses to do
Absolutely.
any of that.
Yeah. You pick
Yeah.
yourself up by the bootstraps. You dust yourself off. Okay, lesson learned. And it's you have to be willing to be like, okay, I screwed up. And she is so defiant at this point. Like, and I think one of the scariest things with Chantal is, like I said, with the drug use, addicts behave how addicts behave. But I think she's actually drank her own Kool-Aid. Like in her mind, I think she actually believes that she was bullied off. It's almost like she tells
Yeah.
herself something long enough that
Right.
she believes it. Like when she first screwed up, she knew in her mind that Omegle or whatever, like she'd screwed up, but she has told herself for the last few days, this isn't my fault. I think she actually believes it
Oh
at
yeah,
this
she
point.
actually believes that it was targeted bullying.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
a group of people just got together randomly,
Yeah.
and sat in a meeting and had it all out and hashed out this
Yeah.
major plan to get her off the
Yeah.
internet. It,
Yeah.
it
They
doesn't
got
have to be-
together.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be the
A
fact
group of
that YouTube is
12-year-old
tired of getting
boys.
complaints about her.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is. They're tired of getting complaints about Chantal.
They sent out, she really thinks they sent out an email to like, dear every 12-year-old boy in the United States, we're going to Rochambeau for who gets to,
Right?
get one over on Chantal. It's like when I go on OnlyFans, I know what I'm going to see. When I go on Twitch, I know what to expect. When you go on that Omegle, you know what you're going to get. So for her to claim ignorance, no.
The only things I've
Stu-
ever heard about Omegle is go there if you want to see guys jack off. I mean,
Pretty
and,
much.
and I'm in the US.
Right.
I've never heard of it, but that's what I've heard of it.
That's
I
why
mean,
she
that's
went.
it. No, I
That's
haven't
why
been
she
there.
went.
I've never been on it. In fact, I was horrified, like when it was like, oh, does she have to go on OnlyFans? It's like, oh, I might see things, and I'll just say that some of the photos she posted, not flattering angles, downwards when you've already got elongated body parts, just makes them look longer. Come on, put that camera on the
Reebo's
floor,
too
shoot up,
funny.
put your arms over your head.
Bad
Get every.
lighting as well. It was really
Oh yeah,
bright. It was
Angles
like
and
an
angles and
interrogation
lighting.
room.
She has no clue, honestly. She
yeah,
thinks if you stick a light behind her, it works. If you stick a light in front, it works even better. And that's her
yeah. It's
angles
And
and
what
lighting.
what was the thing with the peeps as well? Because the only time I saw
Oh,
the
the
peep, it
peep.
was stuffed in her
she couldn't
mouth.
find a rubber duck. She was looking for a rubber duck to put in the tubs with her.
Girl.
So I guess a peep was close enough. And that the only honest photo she posted is when she was double fisting those peeps because you knew she was hungry. All the calories she burnt trying to get out of that tub, you know. Good Lord. So yeah,
Oh my goodness.
shocking. And
Oh,
so,
Wow.
A
you know,
mouthful of
oh my
peeps.
God.
Brilliant.
yeah. And
Oh.
and I know we're gonna get, the Chantal stands in here like, well, you're sitting here talking about her. What makes you any better? I'm not saying I'm any better. I've made my mistakes in life. I do stupid stuff all the time. I don't give a rat's fat ass what anybody says about me online because strangers on the internet, I don't care. Chantal has much too thin of a skin, for that. And number two, uh, just her blatant drug addiction sends the wrong message, and it's dangerous. She just puts out dangerous
True.
bad
Well,
information.
not only
It's
that.
not
Okay,
good.
I'm going to go to rehab because I smoke too much pot and eat too much edibles. Excuse me. I've been smoking pot most of my damn life. I don't need to go to rehab. I do it for pain relief and migraine.
Hmm. she
Um,
she
you don't get
abuses
that
she
addicted
abuses
to
it.
THC. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Detox. She needs detox from
Yeah, she needs to
THC.
go detox from marijuana. Give me a.
Well,
You don't
I
even
can
hell,
guarantee
woman.
I
Ugh.
can guarantee you whatever she was on last night, that would I have some experience in the field of addiction. And let's just say what I saw last night really reminds me of somebody that's really starting to get into the poly drug abuse. Like, the slurring the words, the wide awake, just blissfully unaware, just, and so, and because
When
of
she's like
past
that,
job.
that totally reminds me of my mushroom days. I'm sorry, but that
Yeah,
totally throoms to
yeah.
me.
She she's mixing things, and as we all know, it's like especially mixing alcohol and THC is a very bad idea because everybody knows THC makes it very hard to vomit. But if you overdrink, that's your body's first resort to get rid of said alcohol, and it's so dangerous. And the fact she needs a CPAP, and Chantal doesn't go to sleep. She passes out. Chantal does not wake up in the morning. She comes to. And at some point there's things called positional asphyxia, not a pretty thing, and all these things. And so it's just bad behavior with more bad behavior. And then um I think Chantal has probably been told more than once. She has begged for different diagnoses, and she's said it before. She's deleted all these videos where these psychologists and psychiatrists she's went to see won't give her the diagnosis she wanted. I wanted them to give me a binge eating disorder diagnosis, and they wouldn't. So I stopped going because I know what I have. These are things that have fallen out of her own mouth.
Yep.
So I suspect
Yeah,
that she
Grebo's
has been
awesome.
told that there is a cluster B BPD component to her behavior, and I don't think she liked to hear it because if if she wants the bipolar, she wants something, so it's not my fault. And I will finish with this: is mental illness isn't your fault, but it's always your responsibility. Same with drug addiction. Do something about it. Just my opinion.
Amen.
I just need a shirt that says that. Just my opinion. Sorry. And
That
I
would
don't
You're
be
hate
100%
Chantal.
correct. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody has problems, but we have to deal with them. We cannot just, pretend that, oh, there's nothing we can do when in fact she has a lot of resources that she can handle some of her issues. And what you said about the THC and her not being able to throw up is kind of scary considering all of the gastrointestinal stuff she has going on.
Yes.
It makes me
Mm-hmm.
wonder just how much of her flatulence is her body saying that there are other
Yeah.
I hate saying this C word because I just don't want to, I don't want that for her. But it makes me wonder about the condition of her stomach
Well,
and her
Well,
she
intestines.
doesn't.
she
She
did just say
doesn't.
they found something in her stomach. So let's see.
What? Oh
She
no.
did just say the other day they found something in her stomach.
Jeez.
I don't believe her because she says she goes, she says she doesn't go. You got to remember, she doesn't have a gallbladder, and a gallbladder, that's where the bile that comes out, that's what helps,
Right.
digest the fats. And so if you don't have your gallbladder to help digest fats, you can get pancreatitis very easy because it's having to work overtime because you don't have those digestive enzymes anymore. So the way she eats is, and just so and number two, you got to remember she's got the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and she said her, what was it, 30 centimeter, I mean, her liver is huge, and so her liver is probably pushing everything out of the way. She doesn't have a gallbladder, and so what happens is she's got all this undigested, unusable garbage in her gut. You will get severe, wind. Like, I don't like talking about gut stuff. I was raised where, like, girls don't poop. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. So she just makes me so uncomfortable. But I think Chantal desperately, my opinion, Chantal, she doesn't have Munchausen's. Like, she's not going to do something to purposely get symptoms to make herself sick. But I think Chantal's to the point where she would love if something big medical came along so she could be like, look, I'm sick. You
Oh,
can't be
she would
mad at me.
take
No,
that for
yeah.
every penny she could
Oh
get out
yeah,
of it. I won't
Mm-hmm.
deny that one bit.
Yeah,
yeah,
she'll do it for pity, and she knows that she'll get
yeah.
monies.
Yep.
I still do think people are still supporting her through PayPal, of
Oh yeah.
course, of course.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can
You know they
guarantee.
are.
And I will say, as far as Chantal's toxic behavior, look at Pete's. He had Pete's is Pete, Pete, Pete. Um, sorry guys. I did that to, yeah, no, sorry about that. So the thing is with Pete, he was a stably employed, doing okay human being, and within less than a year, he drank Chantal's Kool-Aid. He up and quit his job because he was going to be a YouTube star, and that's how I'm going to support myself. And I'm saying, in her little toxic fandom, how many other people are getting it in their head that, it's okay, it's going to work out? I mean, it's like Pete's isn't a victim, but he drank the Kool-Aid, and he just up and quit his job, and because he's going to make it big on YouTube, and it's
No,
and
never,
yeah,
never.
and some of her followers, like I said, like, I'd be a great internet stalker. I'm telling you, some of these profiles I'm clicking on, and these poor people I'm seeing, is just from their profiles I'm seeing overweight, middle-aged women who are standing for her, where it's almost like, see, she's making it, I'm like her. These people are putting her on a pedestal, and it's sad. This, like, wow, can you imagine having such low self-esteem that you needed to look up to Chantal? I find that a little bit
Wow.
sad, but also entertaining because I'm an asshole. It's just me. So
Well,
there's
I have a
that.
question
Sorry.
for you, Grivo, because you seem to be
Hmm.
someone that's like adept in the biological world. So I have a question
Yes.
because I saw
Yes.
Too Many Sodium's comment. And like the number one rule of the foodie versus Chantal is a liar. So I feel that's really
Hmm.
relevant. Do you think you can trust any of her previous statements about her medical diagnoses? Because if she, like,
Oh,
the whole big thing about the diabetes was amazing, because I was like, I was like
yeah.
100% sure you cannot just heal your diabetes the way she claims,
Yeah.
and just because I've been watching what she
Well,
eats. But the thing about the pancreatitis, like, if you have type 2 diabetes, and please, this is where I need help, because if you have type 2 diabetes, it means your pancreas does not produce insulin. Is that right?
well, no, what it is like, so when you're born, you have type 1. It's like, it's not producing, a lot of times it's not producing the insulin. What happens with type 2 is it's not producing enough insulin, or you become what they call insulin resistant. Like, the insulin your body's making, your body can't process it anymore. And so type 2 diabetes, yeah, you can manage it with diet and stuff. And I'm not going to say that people can't quote unquote cure themselves, but if you were 402 pounds when they told you had type 2 diabetes, and now you're 399 pounds and you've not changed any of your eating habits, I don't think, she's lying. And I will say this, anybody that's ever worked in the medical field knows when you go into an emergency room, they're going to deal with the problem you came to the emergency room for. They are not going to address anything else. They will say,
That's
hey,
true.
you've got non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, you've got diabetes, you've got this, you need to make an appointment with your primary care doctor. Anyway, there's nothing wrong with your stomach. Go. I mean,
That's
they're not going
true.
to address any of that. And I think
True.
she takes the fact that because they don't give a flying F. You come in for a problem, that's what they look at. And unless something is unless you are in imminent danger of dying from something else they find, they're going to say, hey, you need to go see your primary care doctor. And I think she takes it, the fact that they're not addressing these other health concerns, I think she takes it as, see, they're not there anymore.
Clean bill of
But
health. I've got a clean bill of
yeah,
health. The
yeah,
ER. No,
yeah,
you've not. You've just
yeah,
not got a
yeah,
broken leg.
yeah.
It's
And I personally have never met anybody in my life, and like I said, I was in medical stuff for years, that has ever quote unquote cured themselves of type 2 diabetes. I'm sure you can get it under control. You can get it where it's no longer a problem. But I'm not a doctor. I don't know if I would call that cured, because all it takes is one slip and that it's going to come right back. It's so hopefully, does that make sense what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
oh
Yes,
yeah,
very
absolutely.
true.
Yeah.
So pretty
She,
much you
she,
can have the
yeah.
diabetes go into remission, but you can never
Yeah.
cure it. So you got to
Yeah.
watch your diet
Yeah.
and you got to watch a lot of things.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like you can't
It's
just cure it with
yeah.
diet and
So I guess
exercise.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No.
So I guess I wanted
No.
to ask you, do you believe her about her one, was she ever just diagnosed with diabetes? And two, like she says she has all of these health issues, and now that the law of averages has caught up to her with her YouTube channel, I'm wondering, like, the ticking time bombs that are within her body, like what's going to happen next. So do you believe any of her stories in regards to her health?
I believe she is physically very unhealthy, and I believe that, like, because Chantal, the thing is think about it. When you were younger, you thought you were bulletproof, right? Remember? Blah, I'll go out partying and this and that, because you don't think it's not going to happen to me. Like, that's the thing. And Chantal is so stunted. Once again, my opinion, not a psychologist, not a psychiatrist. Chantal is so stunted and so stuck in that teenage behavior. I think she really still has that I'm bulletproof attitude. And so, when the doctors are telling her about these severe consequences, I think what she hears is like the Charlie Brown adults, wah, 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 wah. Like, she's not absorbing it. It's not going to happen. I really think but I think she has just the liver thing, and the like I said, she doesn't show her feet very often, but I'm sure they hurt. She's going to end up start getting body parts cut off, and the diabetic retinopathy. Oh God, it's basically when you've got too much sugar in your blood. You can think about the sugar as it's like, it's glucose. It's like little shards of glass. And it's basically going through all these veins and capillaries and arteries, and it's shredding everything as they go. That's how come diabetics tend to lose their kidneys in their eyes. So in your kidneys, you have what they call the loops of Henle, right? And it's where it gets down to where only a single erythrocyte, red blood cell, can go through at a time, and that's where it processes all this waste and stuff. Well, if you think about all these shards of sugar going through, it's shredding your kidneys. Your eyes also have some tiny, very, very fine capillaries, and that sugar as glass is going through and shredding it, and that's why you get the diabetic retinopathy. And that's why so often diabetics, their kidneys go, they end up in it through no fault of their own. And so Chantal, you know, your liver, you can cut out a chunk of your liver and it's one of the organs that'll grow back. Your kidneys, not so much. And the thing with kidneys is they tend to go out in pairs. If you're thrashing one kidney, they're both going, you know? So just like I said, I'm not a doctor, but these are just things that I know. I don't know. Was that a tangent? Did that mean anything? Sorry, guys.
Thank you, Grebo.
I have a question. When it comes to Chantal, obviously her mental health impacts her physical health is impacting her mental health, but she doesn't seem to be putting energy into either. And I kind of wonder, like, when it comes to change, I believe the best apology is change behavior, acknowledging accountability, you see action. She's not doing anything to not only maintain her body, but it's almost like she's passively being, it's almost like she's, you know, self-harm just by being neglectful. So, and then her mental health is a nightmare and only making it worse. And I wonder, for her to even think about getting better, should she just be going forward towards, I need to get my head right and then the body will follow? Or should I get my body together? Because if I'm doing that, then obviously my head is in shape. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like she has two massive problems: mental health, physical health.
Yep.
And I don't know if she even knows which way to go to fix either.
I think Chantal's biggest problem, once again, this is just my opinion, is Chantal is basically in full-blown addiction at this point. And like for drug addicts, and like I said, I'm not speaking for all drug addicts, but as I understand it, drugs are just a symptom of the disease of addiction. You know, it's your thought process that's the problem. Drugs are a symptom. Chantal wants what she wants, and she wants it right now, and everything else is secondary to that. And it's a very obsessive compulsive thing. I want a thing, I think about a thing, I get the thing, you know. And addicts are also very, very used to changing how they feel right now. If they can't get their hands on drugs, I will start a fight with somebody or some kind of drama and chaos because that changes how I feel. Or I'll go buy something because it changes how I feel. She's addicted to changing how she feels. I want what I want and I want it right now, which leads to some very, very poor mental health. And then you add somebody who is addled their brain with drugs and is just not getting proper sleep and proper nutrition. It's like until she gets, once again, regardless of all borderline personality or not, until she gets this drug addiction, the fact that she is hammered 24/7 under control, nothing else will matter. You know what I mean?
And she's not
That's how I
going to
feel.
do that by getting her body healthy. It's all mental.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is coming from a former addict. Hello, I'm not going to lie here. I know. And she has to do the mental work to get past the addiction stage before she can even start working on her body. Yeah. And it is a mental journey. And I don't think she is strong enough to go through it on her own. She better go seek help.
It's like they lock people up in jails and rehabs, and they get physically better, but like you're done when you're done. And so until the addict has decided, I don't want to do this anymore, you can get the body healthy and everything, but it's the thought process, that obsessive compulsive, and just, and she's not dealt with her reality, and so it probably gets pretty uncomfortable when you're not hammered, and like she's not comfortable showing her body, but if I'm all screwed up, it's no big deal, you know what I mean? Think about it.
And we see it all the time with her.
Yep.
The behavior, the shopping, the buying things she doesn't need. All of it. It's so true.
Impulse.
It's pointless
No impulses
to try to make yourself feel good no matter what it is. And that's what happens. And then you're right. Until she gets it in her head, I'm sick of being this way, I don't want to do this anymore, she's not going to change. But
nothing will change.
She's not going to get that even in her head until she doesn't have the money to go out and just do whatever the hell she wants to do.
She hasn't hit her rock bottom. She hasn't.
I went through 30 grand in 2 months with my addiction. And when I hit the rock bottom, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? What am I doing to my family? No, I can't do this anymore. And that's when I decided I was going to change. Chantel's not going to get there until she runs out of money and can't go do whatever the hell she pleases.
But
Well,
Goddess,
and the
I mean,
deal,
I'm
the
sorry.
deal for Chantal is Chantal was already an incredibly immature, selfish, defiant person anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like she just never really seemed overly concerned with other people,
And that was the
or
whole thing with Goddess's, choice to change.
yeah,
She said, what am I
yeah,
doing to the people I
yeah,
actually care
yeah,
about? I don't think
yeah.
Chantal cares about anybody but herself.
No,
I don't.
Chantal
I
cares
Exactly.
don't
about
think she does
Chantal.
either. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
So
think she does either.
until Chantal gets uncomfortable enough, because she's already like, if even if you look at her older videos, she never really had a ton of friends. Like in her head, she had this active social life, but Chantal always kind of just did Chantal. She didn't really ever mesh. So it's not like the fact that friends and family have completely shut her out. It probably doesn't matter to her. Those, because they weren't that important. And so it's not until this gets painful for Chantal to the point where she can't go bees. She can't pay her rent. And, I think that's the only thing that's going to make her recognize that this is a problem. But she's so good at playing that victim card. It's always everybody else's fault, so yeah,
Yeah, too many
I don't know.
sodiums saying that she hasn't got the mental fortitude, and that's true
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
she can take years and years, and I don't think she's there yet to get to the
Yeah.
decision to say I've had enough, and she's got to
Oh.
say she's had enough today, and she's got to carry it
Hmm.
on tonight and
Mhm.
tomorrow and the next. She's got to keep up that feeling as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been there,
Well,
and it's
yeah,
difficult. You have to
she
do it
didn't
every
get
day.
here.
She can't
She
do it for an
didn't get here.
afternoon.
Yeah,
She
she
can't.
did not get here overnight. She did not get to this position overnight. So 48 hours of, girding your loins is not going to fix this. Just like, yeah, Ginger said and Goddess, and she needs to put the work in. It's like she has even for the last year, for the last 10 months, she has acted on every impulse. She's acted like an addict all day, every day for the last 10 months with the drugs. And before that, she was still acting, on the addiction with her food and the shopping and everything else. She did that all day, every day. So, she's crazy to think that I'll be good for a week and it'll go away. No, this is years of behaviors and thoughts
Well,
that
yeah,
needs
because
to be tackled.
she had an addictive personality
Hmm.
before the drugs even became an issue with
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
I mean, with the eating and the
Hmm.
shopping. So it's
Hmm.
going to take her a bit.
And
Exactly.
the relationship,
Hmm.
with what's his face? I mean,
McStabby.
McStabby. If she were just a little bit healthier, if she had the energy to like hunt him down, I
Hmm.
I would be afraid for my life if I were him,
Oh,
because she's not
she.
having him moving on.
Yeah.
Him moving on
Yeah.
is not a
I will
choice.
not be ignored,
I will
Michael.
not
I
be
mean,
ignored.
she's full on bunny boiling mode, but she's just 400 pounds, and she can't even walk downstairs to throw her trash out. So,
Exactly.
Natter's safe for now,
And that's just my
but
opinion. That is just my opinion.
yeah,
That's just my opinion. Like I'm not
yeah.
saying, warn the authorities, because she's not in any
Hmm.
state. But if she were just a little bit on the lighter side, I would
Hmm.
I would I would suspect that she would do the sitting outside of his house, watching
Oh
who
yeah.
comes and goes.
Hmm.
It's really interesting the things that she says in her stream of consciousness streams.
Mhm.
You just can't pretend. I left all of my stuff there, so you just can't pretend like I was nothing. All of my stuff is there. So
Hmm.
it's like,
Yeah.
Chantal, that's not how that works. Where you leave your
Yeah.
stuff doesn't decide if he's
Yeah.
in a relationship with you. Like he said he was
Yeah.
single, you're leaving your stuff. Like people explain this
Yeah.
to her, but I can still hear her say, even after she's filed all of these charges, even after she's talked to detective, allegedly, even after all of this humiliating, just, I mean, Nana humiliated her. She still
I meant to do that. Sorry. Go on.
oh my God.
Go ahead.
She still, well, I forgot my turn. I forgot what I was going to say.
You were
She's
talking
still
about even
determined
with all the
to,
humiliation. Yeah.
even with all the humiliation, she's still determined to believe that they were in a significant relationship, that it wasn't just based on, abuse and drugs. Because I do believe that, I don't believe she's a victim. I believe he was abusive,
No.
but I believe it went
Yeah.
both ways,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
because
think so as
she
well.
has the power
Well,
dynamic in the relationship.
She wants what she wants, and she wants it now. And now that he's told her no, which is a word, I believe, Chantal's mom probably never told her, because she strikes me as the type that will drive them crazy until they give her what she wants, so she'll just shut up, and that's how she operates in life. So Nader had the cojones to tell her no, and so now I love him, god damn it, and he will be mine. It's like it's her mission to get him back.
Yeah.
True. And
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe she was outside his house. Didn't he say that she did that actually?
Yes,
He
Go
said
she
over
did
that.
his
say that.
place, and then he wouldn't let her in because of
He said
whatever
that.
reason. Yeah, old Darlene is asking, do you know why she was institutionalized? You mean back in the day? I don't know.
She wasn't institutionalized. Chantal's story was
Defiant
is she got
behavior.
mad at her mom and then told her mom that she had eaten a bottle full of pills to try to kill herself. So her mom brought her to the hospital, or was going to, and so Chantal realized she was going to, so she ate, oh, I can't even remember what it was. It was a very borderline personality type thing, like, like I'll show you type thing. So she wasn't institutionalized. When she was put in that home, it was because Chantal, by her own admittance, all these videos are deleted, as she was so abusive to her toddler sister because she was so jealous that her mother had to physically remove her from the home because her
Yeah,
toddler baby sister was in danger, and that's how she
Oh
ended up
wow.
that's
Yikes.
in
why they put her
that.
in the group home. But she was
Yes,
Yikes.
mentally
yeah,
she was
yeah.
mentally institutionalized 3 times throughout her adulthood.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So
Throughout
she
her
According
has
been in a
adulthood?
mental institution,
yeah.
According to who? Like, when did
according
she?
to her.
Okay, see,
She
and I'm
has
just,
admitted it.
I don't.
She has
But you
admitted
know
it.
what,
Yeah, she has said
Chantal?
she has gone there, but
Yeah, and she
remember,
didn't like
Chantal
it. She
likes
said
to
the last,
lie.
yeah, the
Yeah,
The
last
first
time
So,
she
rule
said,
of the
"I'm not going
Foodieverse
back. I
is
can't stand it there,"
well,
because
and the
everybody
thing
kept
is
telling
with
her, "You need to go
Chantal
seek help."
is she went to the emergency room for psychiatric help because she couldn't stop eating cheese. They told her, sometimes they'll hold her. She doesn't get the attention she wants from the ER. And sometimes they might put her on a 72-hour hold, but that's not institutionalized. That's them dotting their I's and crossing their T's so they don't get in trouble when she goes home. So Chantal, I can guarantee you, just my opinion, has never actually been institutionalized. She's probably abused the ER situation and the things you do and say, which will make them hold you. I don't believe for a second she was actually institutionalized. That's, like I said, that's just, I think she's hyperbolic, and I think she's dramatic, and I think she knows the things to say online, but not for a second do I think she was ever institutionalized as far as what truly institutionalized means, like a
That was the
5150 or
movie
something.
Girl Interrupted. She probably
Yes.
she
Oh, I
probably
Oh,
got
can go
yeah.
in.
inspired by
Oh
Girl
yes.
Interrupted,
Girl
like the other
Yes.
Interrupted.
movies.
Yes.
Mm,
I wanted to add a little bit. So I've had both Chantel and Nader as one human being in my life, as the stalker, but also. So anyway, if she continues with this crazy, I don't want to let go behavior, and she fully embraces that, like there's a chapter in the Borderline for Dummies handbook, and it's called How to Break Up with a Borderline. And it's an interesting read because I bought it for my ex because I was still very wild back then. But in order to get away from Chantal, I'm afraid that Nader, if he actually wants to get away from her, is going to have to do a lot. In order for me to get away from my stalker, I had to move 3 times. I had to change my name, or not my name, my phone number, my emails, my everything. He tracked me down through my insurance. He broke windows in my vehicle and in my house so that, because he was a police officer, so he wanted me to call him. I am afraid of what level Chantal is going to take it. And the fact that she has no shame. I'm afraid that she's going to go so far that she's going to, hurt herself and say that he
yep.
did it, punch herself in
Mm-hmm.
the face. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I only say that because a long time ago, despite this adorable phase, I used to be Chantal, like not like her, but like I was not above screaming obscenities, going to the hospital. I'm going to kill myself. Someone pay attention to me. Now, this is a long time ago, so I don't want you to think I'm unhinged. But I feel like I'm a Chantal whisperer because I'm on the other end of where she could be if she did her damn thing.
And it took you a lot of work, didn't it, Buddha?
Oh,
I
you
mean,
have no idea.
it's the same. It's the same as if you're a drug addict. It is all day, every day for a while, and then it's daily maintenance. Otherwise, it's so easy to fall back into the addiction or the borderline. It's like breathing. It's easier sometimes. It comes natural, right?
But here's what she needs to do, and this is what everyone needs to do. I think that really say they want to change. They say they want to do this and that. The secret to my getting over my borderline, now my ADHD is more the thing that messes up my world. But you need to learn how to lean in to the uncomfortable. If something's uncomfortable, unpack it. Why is it uncomfortable? Should I address it or should I run for the Twinkies and the ho-hos? And not like ho-hos, but like the delicious ones. But like, if you can't learn to move through a moment of uncomfortability, if that's the right word there, then you're not going to make much progress when it comes to healing from borderline personality disorder. First of all, being called on your own shit is a major thing. Doing the work, it's not comfortable to turn the line. It's not comfortable to keep up on your vulnerabilities and get the right sleep and take your meds and stuff. But she doesn't even know how to get through a moment, not even a moment. Hey guys, how do I plug in my phone? Help! Like, I think she's full of it, and she'll never get any progress in anything unless she learns how to be even the slightest bit uncomfortable. I found Muay Thai, which is Thai kickboxing, and there is no excuse for your emotions, your nonsense, and that's when I really got my ass kicked and humbled, and that's kicked me over into the I'm now more healthy than unhealthy. Anyway, long story short, she needs to lean in or she's not going to get anywhere.
And I just want to say, Buddha, like, congratulations. Like, it's amazing, you know, and that shows like how far you've come. Is like, not only are you willing to talk about this, but you're like, here's the things that need to be done. Like, it's amazing. And like, you're living proof, you know, that people don't have to live with these things, you know, and no shame in your game, man. That's awesome. It's awesome.
I'm
Congratulations.
Proud of my journey.
You should be.
But the weight came off, 80 pounds, gone just like that. Why? Because I was kicking my own ass. But here's what the problem is. I went so far into accountability that I started to really just be like, shame. I'm a shitty person. Look at the things. I look back at the things I've done. And I feel so bad that I don't even know if I deserve love because I did these horrible things. So it's about holding yourself accountable, but not too accountable to the point where you can't love yourself for being. It's a weird place I'm at now because I acknowledge it, but I also kind of hate myself for being. That's why I'm here.
You need to forgive yourself. Yeah, you need to, like I said, now that you've acknowledged, it's time for you to let it go. You can't change it. And forgive. And the first thing you need to do is forgive yourself, man, because you aren't that person anymore. You know, that's not you anymore. You know, it's like the Polaroids from, you know, it's like, that's not me anymore. So it's
I'm a little
okay.
bit crazy still, just a tiny bit crazy.
Yeah.
Still. But you read my chat, you see.
It's fine because, like, you know, I probably could have been. I was a little handful when I was definitely in my teen years and early 20s. You know.
Openly Avoidant had given a super chat a couple minutes ago. Where the heck are ya, John? Crimes Roundup. Get to. Thank you, Openly Avoidant. Appreciate this. Thank you for your other super chats. Really love that.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to come in here and like dominate the conversation, but I just been sitting here stewing and like, you know, and there's so much misinformation gets thrown around. Like I saw in one chat.
That's true.
Yeah, and
it's happening, and I keep seeing it spilling over into my chats, and I'm like, where are you getting this information from?
Yeah, and I'm not saying everything that I'm saying is true, but there are things that I have seen, and there are things that I know, and that's all I can do is speak my truth. It's like, you know, it's frustrating. I get frustrated because, and like I said, the thing about Chantal with the SA accusations that just really toasts my buns because it's so hard for women as it is, you know, and
All right, so we're gonna wrap up in a few minutes. So if anybody has anything closing to say, we can wrap this up because we can always do this again tomorrow. So if you want to be on the panel, maybe give
Can I say
me.
hi to Andrea? I always say hi
Sure.
to her in chat. Hi, I'm so excited because it's like I always say hi back to you, and I always
Hi,
just wondered
Grebo.
what you sounded like, and like now I know. Yay!
Yeah, nothing really special. So
Uh-huh.
No, you're awesome.
Yeah, we had a great panel. We had a great panel the last time, the time before that, the time before that. It's always good to see new faces, hear from new people, their observances, their history, their experiences summed up into what made that person the person they are and how they came into view. Chantel is very interesting to me. So I really appreciate this because I do these for the community, for you guys, that you guys can come up and speak your mind because we typically don't get that. It's usually I'm the one who's speaking and everybody else is typing. At least people can hear your voice and see who you are and whatnot. So as always,
Can I say one thing, Monty?
yeah,
I truly appreciate this chat because believe it or not, I seem opinionated, but I do show up here with an open mind. Like how I like to put it is, if you're going to a tea party, you need to show up with an empty cup. If you show up with your cup full of tea, there's no room for you to get any from the hostess. So why are you there? So I really do come into these chats, these videos, these conversations with an open mind. And there's been many times where I really believed one thing, and through listening to Monty talk and listening to the chat, I have changed my opinions because, like, and that's the beauty here is like, we can pick it apart. So,
well,
and
I'm
it's
grateful
nice.
everybody was sharing their experiences. It was really enriching. So I appreciate that because we watch Chantal for different reasons, but I think mostly we're fascinated by her. So for what I'm trying to say. But
yeah,
so thank you for sharing.
yeah. Thank
We're
thank
like
you
some
all.
weird think tank, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, just right when we think it can't get worse or this has got to be an act, you're like, nah, this chick's
No, she's
serious. And it's shocking. It's like you can't write this stuff. It is internet
and
gold. Like
that's the
my yeah,
TLC, human interest
yeah,
factor. That's the
yeah,
I'm not going to say
yeah,
entertainment. It's
yeah.
that's the reality TV appeal that it has because we're so fascinated that this is actually
Yeah,
someone's life.
yeah. It's a
But
parody heaven. It's a gold
she just
mine
gets
for
me so
parodies.
angry sometimes. Jeez. Okay, I'm sorry. Monty was already like trying to
No,
Yes,
no,
outro
sorry.
us. So
it's fine. I usually give like a good 15 minutes to wrap it all up because I know people will get into conversation again. So go ahead, talk as much as you want to.
you're so gracious, Monty. So gracious.
You
Well,
are.
I'd like to say a parting word. Um, Before you wonder why your day is going to shit, ask yourself this: did I get enough sleep last night? Am I only eating garbage? Am I surrounded by assholes? Did I get any exercise this week? They call it the vulnerabilities in DBT.
Yeah.
And when you go to your therapist and say, I had a shit day, this is what happened first, they're going to go, well, what's going on behind the scenes before we want, you know what I mean? So
Do they call that the halt? Buddha, is that the halt? Hungry, angry, lonely, tired?
I think they changed it to something else
Okay.
now. And I actually screen grabbed it because I'm going to do a video about how to apply Chantel's nonsense to mental health recovery, because that's exactly why I watch her, is to, because she and I are actually from the same cloth. But anyway, like I said, if you're having a shit day, ask yourself, is that person really the asshole, or is this really happening, or am I just running low and need to tip top magoo my schedule? Anyway, I'm terrible at articulating myself. Anyway, take care of yourself, and then the world usually falls into line, I find.
Yeah. Awesome wrap up, Buddha. Appreciate that. Natural Ginger, have anything to close us out with? Guess Natural Ginger might not be there. Okay, go ahead, Natural Ginger.
I just love our community and I love our panels and speaking to everybody. And I'm sorry if I get my words mixed up sometimes because I think faster than I speak. See you next week.
All right. We'll see you another time. Thank you, Gregibo, Buddha, Goddess of Pain, WPW, Andrea, and everybody else that was on the panel, and being on the panel, and more people to come whenever you want to. I will be constantly doing these as much as I can. Maybe every day if I can. You guys just got to tell me if you guys find this interesting, because we get a good amount of people, not, like a lot. But we get enough that we can continue doing this on my Monty After Dark channel. So thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you another time. Bye bye and take care. See ya.